All right, so just got finished up testing all of the motion sims here at Podium One Racing. I have to say that this place is state of the art. I'm going to show you guys, obviously, some B-roll here, what this facility looks like in the background. As you can see right behind me, this is the main showroom floor, but I was able to test every single motion sim, including the spiders, both the spiders, driven dynamics, which was just on a whole nother spectrum, like insane. And then a couple of the new Deboxes, which is the Debox but finely tuned, which are kind of like these. And I just want to show you which one that I like. This is the driven dynamics, which is truly incredible. This with the LMP was just absolutely insane. So here's the bottom of what everything looks like. This is just absolutely nuts. There you go. And then, of course, what's a system unless you have the 3 active pedals? Why not, right? Come on. 3 active pedals. There you go. And a Simicube 2, a Simicube wheelbase, Z906 surround sound system. I believe that these are triple 27s integrated. Look really good. But this was quite the experience, and I'll show you guys what the first-person view camera looks like for that one. All right, driven dynamics. I did have to turn on the stabilization just slightly in this FPV cam because previously, I mean, there is so much feedback going on that it would just make for a bad viewing experience. So you're gonna hear secondhand. This is probably my second time in this rig so far. Driven dynamics, again, around a $200,000 rig with all active pedals, as you can see right here. We have the actual VRG GT3 Mustang wheel. This is not just like some sort of replica. This is an actual race car wheel that they use inside the Mustang GT3s. We have the BDH shifter. We looks like we have a Hesvukenfield. The e-brake here looks like some e-stop brakes. And then the Z906 surround sound system on triple 27s, that which are integrated. So we're gonna go ahead and get straight into this. This is insane. I gotta let my tires warm up a little bit. This is crazy. Oh, Jesus Christ. Tires are still pretty cold here. We gotta let them warm up quite a bit. So as I'm actually going up some of these hills, the rig is physically moving backwards as well, and the seatbelt temperature is just, it's next level. Like, as soon as I let off the brake here, it does tighten just a slight bit, and it does replicate some sort of G-force effect that I am feeling. This is intense, extremely intense. That's all I can say, extremely intense. As soon as I hit the brakes, you can feel Come on, come on, come on. Braking time, no. Ah, man, I took that one way too late. Still have to warm up these tires, so I apologize. We're still trying to get the full experience going on here, though. Absolutely insane. Holy shit, dude. And my tires are still pretty cold. Not gripping as nearly as much as I want. Oh shit! Now we're starting to warm up a little bit. Tires are just now reaching a comfortable temperature. I spoke way too soon. That crash felt way too real also. Everybody needs to experience this sim. Oh my gosh, that is just insane. The elevation changes, as you can see, like the horizon, everything shifts with it. Yeah, there's, oh my god, dude. Wow. There's just so much going on right now. My brain is overloaded with thoughts and feelings. Every sense is just, there we go. Walked out a little bit too far there. I don't know if you guys can see the compensation for how much motion is happening, but the experience would not be viewable. Hardly viewable at all if I had no stabilization on. Holy shit! Woo! Camera looks like for that one. The other motion rig that I felt was absolutely amazing was the Debox. So this Debox here is finely tuned by Podium One Racing. I think the one that I actually tried over here at, it was Sebring. I think that one was actually really good, but I think it was dialed back quite a bit. So I wasn't able to experience what that actually felt like at its full capacity, right? So that the one at Sebring I felt like was probably toned down quite a bit. Here at the facility at Podium One, this is finely tuned. I did a few laps in the LMP car and it felt absolutely incredible. Here we go. This is the F1 rig as well. Looks really sick. And of course, an incredible wheelbase Ace-Tech as well. And a Sabelt F1 seat. Extremely comfortable, which I love as well. Alright, so I've taken off the stabilizer on the camera so you guys can see what the motion looks like. Alright. Alright, here we go. And we're about to take off now. Holy cow. Now, I know that there is a racing line, that of which I typically ignore, and I can't push the tires yet because obviously we just started. So I'm gonna have to baby it around these first few corners until my tires warm up a bit. I'm not gonna be able to push it like I want to yet. But this is amazing so far. Yeah, motion is just, once you have it, you can't play without it, man. It is, I feel spoiled rotten to play with motion, but this is definitely, it's something you have to experience and aim for getting in the future as well if you have the means to do so. And some of these more advanced motion systems are just absolutely astronomical, just out of this world experience. Just the response rate of some of these motion systems. So I do notice with Debox it's good, but I noticed that, you know, I think that the P1, the Spiders, they have much more maneuverability and obviously more travel, response rate, all of that. And with the Debox, the haptics feel amazing, I'll tell you that. And it could be the settings that they also have enabled, but I'm thoroughly impressed with the settings they have on this rig. Alright, and then once we get around these next couple of corners, we're going to be able to at least begin to open up a little bit more, which is pretty good. And then I did want to briefly talk about, you know, and I closed the debate that I was having in my mind and that I also see online, is integrated monitors motion versus motion that you see that is freestanding monitors. My biggest thing is, like, I believe the integrated motion it's cool, and I think that from an outside perspective it looks good. But this is my opinion, and this is also Steve's opinion as well, you know, with some of the rigs. What we've found is that if you don't have integrated monitors and you're able to compensate this real head movement, this floatiness that you see within the sim, the actual motion that you're feeling, like what I'm feeling right here and you guys are visually seeing, actually goes along with the sim itself. And your eyes are so focused on the horizon itself that it's almost impossible to differentiate any type of disconnection from the actual car, which is extremely notable, especially if you want to, you know, compare the two. Now again, I know that there's always been a big debate, oh, you should have this integrated, but truthfully, after testing a few of the sims here, I think that stationary feels much better. It feels more natural. And again, I'm sure that other people have different views on this, but this is my preference as well. Because you can compensate for the motion inside the game, which is actually really cool. Well, LMP car feels amazing. I'm really sure that, you know, an LMP car would be just as violent, if not stiffer. And I'll show you guys next the driven dynamics next as well, which is truthfully, I mean, the best motion system there is currently. But again, a finely tuned Debox is for a fraction of the cost. You know, you can also get an amazing results with the Debox, which is also found here, obviously, at Podium as an alternative, especially if you want to kind of just dabble in motion, you know, but you can still have absolutely incredible results with the Debox, which I'm loving right now, currently, literally. It just feels so freaking connected to the car. There's no shot, like even at home right now, that I'm able to pump down such responsive rates and lap times as I do with motion. I feel like I am more connected with motion. Super nice. And one of the most interesting parts of the Nürburgring. Little slide there. Wow. I thoroughly enjoy this motion platform. It is so awesome. And it feels so good LMP style. It feels amazing. And it's not just because of the, I mean, a lot of it has to do with the ergonomics of how I'm seated. But the Debox, it feels really good. It feels great. Thoroughly impressed. All right, well, that's that one. And as you can see right over here behind me, this is just such an incredible facility Podium One has designed here. Truly something special. And then, of course, we got a couple of the Podium One guys racing some rally over here, which is actually pretty cool. So we're going to get some shots of them with this thing in action, which I also tested out. Super sick. This guy's ripping over here too. Absolutely nuts. Belt tensioner. Holy shit, dude. He is absolutely ripping right now. All right, here we go. And this is the, which motion sim is this one?
This is the 4DOF.
The 4DOF. So the same one also that boosted media actually tested just a few months ago as well. So we're gonna test this out. This is iRacing. This is the Porsche RSR, and we're gonna just hope for the best here. So we have our, okay, they're a little closer. Okay, and we're off. Holy cow. All I can say right now is this is just absolutely mind-blowing how responsive this motion platform is. As you can see, there's plenty of movement here, but just the sheer response rate is just absolutely mind-blowing. Wow. Absolutely insane. Low wide. Feels amazing. It's not overwhelming, it's just enough. Feels really, really good. Feel extremely well connected to the car. Feel amazingly connected to this vehicle right now. The response rate is just absolutely insane as well. Absolutely incredible. This is so awesome, dude. Perfect. I feel like I'm right on par with my original times as well. Oh, that's so awesome. That's the carousel, baby. Feels amazing. Wow. Whoa! Got a little squirrely there. We're good. We'll make up for it. Locked up a little bit back there, but we're okay still. Still making good time. We're just gonna wide open if we can, all the way through. Beautiful. Display wheels here, so got this one. This is the Mercedes Cube Controls, one of my favorites. And then a rather large, this is the GSI Ultimate. This is their steering wheel that is it's the round one. Tons of different functions, as you can see here, which is actually really cool looking. And you also have the grid, which, to my surprise, I was actually genuinely surprised with how well this wheel, just want to show you real quick, how well designed this wheel was. Grid actually has something special going on here with their wheels here. And you know, you see this online, you see pictures of it, and it looks, I mean, it does look pretty plain Jane, but I put this in my hands. The grips are extremely nice. They're not super, you know, round in your hands like some of the GSI style wheels that you have there, but paddles also feel extremely nice. Just super high quality wheel. The buttons also very nice, and I wouldn't be just pointing that out for no reason. It's because it actually took me by surprise with how high quality the wheel that actually is. And then you got some of the Ace Tech wheels, their ecosystem also right over here. Super cool. Super awesome stuff. And there you go. There you guys have it. This has been truly an amazing experience so far today. You know, having a track day, going out there with Steve in the Radical, which is this beautiful race car right here as well. It's just been such an honor getting up here and experiencing this track. Well, also the Radical as well, but the facility. And it's just so cool bringing everything literally full circle with this entire experience as well. It's just very thankful and grateful to be in this position with Podium One as well. So with that, you guys, hopefully you guys have a good rest of your week. I'll be back Monday. We're gonna hit the ground running, and you guys have a good one.